What's up YouTube? Agent Zero here, and today I'm going to show you Tier 5 of the Artist of War event, unlocking Grand Admiral Thrawn, and a little bit of Grand Admiral Thrawn's overview. First, let's talk about the Phoenix Squad that I used. I had a 5-star, level 61, Gear 7 Hera lead. Hera is the only lead you can use for the Phoenix Squad, so make sure that she is there. Then after Hera lead, I had Kanan and Ezra, both level 80 Gear 8. Finally, I had a level 62 Zeb and a level 61 Chopper, both at Gear 7. As you can see, with this Phoenix Squad setup, the way that I have it, I was actually able to autoplay Tier 5 all 4 rounds, not touch it, and unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn, only losing Kanan in the process, and that was in the last round, round 4. I'm actually curious to see as to, once I get to Tier 6 and Tier 7, if I am able to unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn at 6 and 7 stars using Chopper, or if I'm going to have to unlock Sabine at 6 stars and 7 stars in order to be able to do that. I know Sabine is a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot of bit better character than Chopper is, so I guess we'll see how that goes when this event comes around again. I do hope it comes back sooner than later. They really didn't give us enough time to unlock and gear up the Phoenix Squad in order to get the most out of this event to unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn, so kind of a shame on them, but if they do give us this event sooner rather than later, maybe all can be forgiven. So now, one thing you may wonder is, why do I have Ezra and Kanan so beefed up and the rest of the squad not as beefed up? Both Ezra and Kanan level 80 Gear 8 as opposed to the rest of the squad. Well, the answer is simple. I actually love Jedi, and I was experimenting with different Jedi teams in the Galactic War using both Kanan and Ezra, which is why they were higher levels and higher gear levels than the rest of the Phoenix Squad. I also realized that Ezra is probably the best Phoenix Squad character, and I wanted him to be beefed up for this event. Also, Kanan, being a taunter, would be able to taunt and take away a lot of the damage from the rest of the Phoenix Squad. So if he was beefed up and had a lot of survivability, so would the rest of my squad. He's also a poor man's cleanser, where he can cleanse himself and another Phoenix Squad character, so that helped as well. But other than that, we're in round 4 of Tier 5. I'm still auto-playing, and I'm going to let the CPU take care of Grand Admiral Thrawn for me. So, as I said, I only lose Kanan, which is pretty good. Chopper does get pretty far down in health, but it really didn't matter. Just with as high of levels and gear that I had this squad, this Tier 5 was actually a breeze, which is really nice. I do like Hera's backup plan, where if you have a character that dies when the backup plan is active, they get to come back to life. That is a pretty cool thing that you can use. So that did work there. I got to get Kanan back to life a little bit for the end, just so he could take a couple more hits from Grand Admiral Thrawn, and the rest of the team did not have to take as many hits from Grand Admiral Thrawn thanks to that. I still probably would have won even if Hera didn't use backup plan. As you can see, Ezra's pretty much at full health. Zeb was pretty much full as well. It was only Chopper who was getting down there. So now that we have finished off Grand Admiral Thrawn in Tier 5, let's unlock him and take a look a little bit at his overview and some of what he brings to the table. Finally, the unveiling, with the cool music in the background, Grand Admiral Thrawn. So now let's take a look at some of his moves. his basic, Manipulate. Go up to level 8 and deal special damage to a target, grant them speed up for 1 turn, or if they already had ability block, inflict stun for 1 turn. And when this expires, inflict ability block for 1 turn. These effects can't be resisted. I've seen this in action. It's a pretty cool move. The main thing though is Fracture. This thing is awesome. You deal special damage to a target enemy 4 times, dispel all buffs on them, remove 50% turn meter, and inflict Fracture until the start of Thrawn's next turn, or until Thrawn is defeated. Fracture can't be copied. This completely takes a character on the opposing team out of the game. It also makes you try to remove turn meter from Grand Admiral Thrawn so the other enemy is out of the game. It can eliminate a lot of threats, which is cool. Grand Admiral Thrawn's command, and this is swapping turn meter with a target ally, dispelling all debuffs on them. So this is trying to keep your turn meter down so Fracture can continue on. Legendary Strategist, Empire allies have a whole bunch of stuff. You guys can read that. I don't need to read it for you. But he actually is a pretty good leader from what I've seen. I haven't used him yet. When I do get into it a little bit more, when I'm able to invest some money, then I will be able to do a video on him. And finally, Ebb and Flow. Thrawn has 100% counter chance, 100% tenacity, minus 50% speed, while any enemies are fractured, which is obviously really good. You don't want to be gaining that turn meter. You really want to keep that fractured enemy out of the match as long as possible. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. Until next time, peace!